Hello everyone. So in this video I am going to discuss inverse Laplace transformation, standard formula and first shifting theorem. So let's start with definition. If Laplace transformation of function of t is phi of s, then inverse Laplace transformation of phi of s is Laplace inverse phi of s, which is equal to f of t. It means if you apply inverse Laplace transformation in any function of s, then it will become function of t. The inverse Laplace transformation is linear operator. So it follows two properties. First property is Laplace inverse of phi of s plus g of s is equal to Laplace inverse of phi of s plus Laplace inverse of g of s. Second property, if constant is there, means Laplace inverse of c phi of s, then it will become c Laplace inverse of phi of s. So let's take standard formula of inverse Laplace transformation by using Laplace transformation formulas. So first formula you can see Laplace of 1 is 1 by s. So similarly you can say Laplace inverse of 1 by s is equal to 1. Second, Laplace transformation of e raised to power at, which is equal to 1 upon s minus a. So we can say that inverse Laplace transformation 1 upon s minus a, which is equal to e raised to power at. Laplace transformation of e raised to power minus at is 1 upon s plus a. Similarly, we can say that Laplace inverse of 1 upon s plus a is equal to e raised to power minus at. Laplace transformation of sin at, which is equal to a upon s square plus a square. So similarly you can say that Laplace inverse of a upon s square plus a square, which is equal to sin at. If constant is not given, means Laplace inverse of 1 upon s square plus a square. So this is equal to 1 upon a sin at. You can say that multiply and divide with a, then you can find with this value sin at divided by a. Similarly, Laplace transformation of cos at is s upon s square plus a square. So Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus a square, which is equal to cos at. Sin hyperbolic at, a upon s square minus a square. In hyperbolic formula, denominator is negative, s square minus a square. So Laplace inverse of a upon s square minus a square, which is equal to sin hyperbolic at. Similarly, if constant is not there, so it will be 1 upon a sin hyperbolic at. Laplace inverse of s upon s square minus a square. If numerator is s, it will become cos. So it will be cos hyperbolic at. And similarly, in t raised to power n case, Laplace transformation of t raised to power n, it will become n factorial divided by s raised to power n plus 1. You can see so many formulas are there. Just to remember the formula, so Laplace inverse of the basic term, that is n factorial divided by s raised to power n plus 1, which is equal to t raised to power n. If it is given Laplace inverse of 1 upon s raised to power n plus 1, so it will be t raised to power n divided by factorial n. Laplace inverse of 1 upon s raised to power n. So this is very important part of this formula, because in question it is given, suppose Laplace inverse of 1 upon s cube, means 1 upon s raised to power n. So it will become t raised to power n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. And similarly we can find in gamma form also. Example based on standard formula. So question number 1, very simple question which is based on directly formula based question. Laplace inverse of 2 upon s cube. So first of all, we just take 2 outside in inverse Laplace transformation because it is constant. So 2 Laplace inverse 1 upon s cube. We know that the formula, that is Laplace inverse of 1 upon s raised to power n. So it will be t raised to power n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. So here we have s cube. So t raised to power 3 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1 factorial. And it will become t square, 3 minus 1, that is 2, t square divided by 2 factorial. And 2 factorial means 2 into 1. So the final answer Laplace inverse of 2 upon s cube will be t square. Next question. Find Laplace inverse of 2s upon s square plus 9. So this is equal to, again 2 we take out in inverse Laplace transformation, and this is s upon s square plus 9. So we know that Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus a square, which is equal to cos at, and according to this formula, cos at formula, 2 Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus 3 square, so it will become cos 3t because value of a is 3. So you can see next step it will be 2 cos 3t. First shifting theorem in inverse Laplace transformation. First shifting theorem in Laplace transformation is Laplace transformation of f of t is phi of s. Laplace transformation of e raised to power minus at, which is a function of t, which is equal to phi of s plus a. E raised to power at function of t will become phi of s minus a. You can watch previous video to find the first shifting theorem of Laplace transformation. So in inverse Laplace transformation of phi of s, which is equal to f of t, or we can say that inverse Laplace transformation of phi of s plus a will become e raised to power minus at function of t, phi of s minus a e raised to power plus at function of t. So let's take question based on first shifting theorem. Find Laplace inverse of 2 upon s minus 6 cube. So first of all we take 2 outside in inverse Laplace transformation and 1 upon s minus 6 cube. So by first shifting theorem we know that Laplace inverse of phi of s minus a will become e raised to power at function of t. So in this case it is s minus 6, so e raised to power 60 and then function of t. So we can see 2 into e raised to power 60 and Laplace inverse of 1 upon s cube we write as it is because we have to apply formula. Okay, then we know that 1 upon s raised to power n in inverse Laplace transformation, it is t raised to power n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. So t raised to power 3 minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1 factorial, and the final answer will be t square upon factorial 2 with multiplication of 2 into e raised to power 60. So Laplace inverse of 2 upon s minus 6 cube will be e raised to power 60 t square. So first of all we solve s minus 6 term by using first shifting theorem and we apply basic formula of 1 upon s raised to power n. So let's take another question. Find Laplace inverse of 2s plus 6 divided by s plus 3 whole square plus 9. Okay, so first of all our motto is to convert numerator as s plus 3. So how we can convert? We can take 2 as a common term and it will be s plus 3 divided by s plus 3 square plus 9. Okay, now we can apply first shifting theorem. So by using first shifting theorem we know that Laplace inverse of s plus a will become e raised to power minus at function of t. Okay, so e raised to power minus at means e raised to power minus 3t because s plus 3 in numerator also and s plus 3 is denominator also. So it will become e raised to power minus 3t Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus 9. Now it becomes standard formula, that is s upon s square plus a square, which is equal to cos at. So what is value of a? Here value of a is equal to 3 because 9 is 3 square. So this will become e raised to power minus 3t multiply with 2 and cos 3t. So this is our final answer. Laplace inverse of 2s plus 6 divided by s plus 3 whole square plus 9 will be 2 e raised to power minus 3t cos 3t. Okay, so in this question first our target is to convert numerator as s plus 3. So we can take e raised to power 3t as a common term by using first shifting theorem and then we will apply the standard formula. So let's take another question. Find Laplace inverse of 5 upon s square plus 2s plus 5. So we have to convert this denominator part into perfect square. For example, we have to convert this s square plus 2s plus 5 into whole square. Okay. So how we can convert? So you just can divide this coefficient of s term by 2. Okay. So it will be 1. So this is whole square of s plus 1 with the same sign. Here we have a plus sign. So it will be whole square of s plus 1 whole square. Okay. If we open this s plus 1 whole square, so it will become s square plus 2s plus 1. Okay. A square plus 2ab plus b square, b is 1. So it will be 1. Okay. But what we have here we have 5 term. Okay. Plus 5. So we have to add plus 4 over here or plus 4 over here to equate this 3 terms. Okay. So in the next step you can see 5 divided by s plus 1 whole square plus 4, and by using first shifting theorem, now we can apply first shifting theorem in this part. 5s plus 1 s plus a will become e raised to power minus at function of t. Okay, so here we have s plus 1 whole square, so e raised to power minus t, e raised to power minus t, and Laplace inverse of this part. Okay, now it is standard formula of sine, that is Laplace inverse of a upon s square plus a square, which is equal to sine 80. Okay, so here we have 1 upon s square plus a square, so we will write 1 upon a sine 80 means sine 2t divided by 2. Okay, so this will be our final answer. Laplace inverse of 5 upon s square plus 2s plus 5 will be 5 e raised to power minus t sine 2t. Okay, first of all we have to convert this term into perfect square. Then we apply first shifting theorem in inverse Laplace transformation, and then we apply standard formula of sine. So let's take next question. S divided by s square plus 4s plus 5 inverse Laplace transformation. Okay, so first of all we have to convert this denominator into perfect square form. So let's see, s square plus 4s plus 5. Okay, so we have to convert this into s plus or minus whole square plus something or negative something. So how can we find this term? So we have to divide this 4 by 2. Why? Because coefficient of s divided by 2 will give you this term. So coefficient of s divided by 2, it will give you plus 2. So this is s plus 2 whole square. But what is s plus 2 whole square? It is s square plus 4s plus 4. Okay, but we have s square plus 4s plus 5 with us, so we have to add 1 over here and 1 over here. Okay, so now this term is equal. So you can see here, so we have this s in numerator and denominator s plus 2 whole square and plus 1. Okay, but we cannot apply first shifting theorem directly. We have to convert this s as s plus 2 and minus 2, because every s will be phi of s plus a, then we can apply first shifting theorem. Okay, so you can see we add and subtract 2 in a numerator part, and denominator is s plus 2 whole square plus 1. Now we separate this term as if there is a minus b upon some variable like x square plus 2x plus 3. So what we can do, we can separate this a upon this term minus b upon this term. Can we do that? So by this formula, what we can do over here, we can separate this term s plus 2 and minus 2. Okay, so we can separate. So here we can apply cos formula, if you can see, after first shifting theorem, and here we can apply sine formula. Okay, so this is s plus 2 divided by s plus 2 whole square plus 1, and this is constant divided by s plus 2 whole square plus 1. Okay, so now we can apply first shifting theorem. So by first shifting theorem, e raised to power minus 2t And here we have a Laplace inverse of s upon s square plus 1 and 2 upon s square plus 1. Okay, phi of s plus a will become e raised to power minus 80, e raised to power minus 80, phi of s first of all, and Laplace inverse of phi of s, and then we can apply Laplace inverse, so we will get first shifting theorem. Okay, so now you can see here we have s upon s square plus 1. So this is standard formula of cos 80. A value is 1. And here we have 2 is a constant, and this is formula of 1 upon s square plus 1, that is sine 80. So this will be our final answer, that is e raised to power minus 2t cos t minus 2 sine t. So I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.